So ever since I was a kid, I always dreamt of owning a BMW. Guys, today, it's still not that day. But what today is the day I show you the BMW i4 eDrive35. Hi guys, my name is Don and I'm not a pro driver. Special thanks to our friends at BMW Autoallee and Philippine EV Community for making this review possible. So the key fob looks like this. There's the front and then there's the back. At the front, we have the unlock button, the lock button, the open trunk button, and the diamond button. On the side, we have this, the mechanical key. So right now the car is locked. If you press the unlock button, side mirrors unfold. You press and hold the unlock button, windows roll down. The front row windows will open all the way. Second row windows will go more than halfway. If I press the lock button, it locks the doors. Press and hold, it closes the windows, all of them. And then for the trunk button, you should press and hold all the way, because if I close this right now, I need to press and hold, otherwise it stops. So I need to press and hold until the tailgate or the trunk closes all the way. For the diamond button, it's actually a search function, so I have to press and hold, it will light up. But it's not doing that. It's supposed to be a search function. So the other way of unlocking or getting inside the car is with the card, like NFC card, and also with the app. This is the first BMW here in the Philippines that supports unlocking the car with a connected drive. So the i4 is 1,852 millimeters wide. It has a height of 1,448 millimeters with a ground clearance of 125 millimeters. 4,783 millimeters long with a wheelbase of 2,856 millimeters. The car also weighs around 2,050 kilograms. For the colors of the i4 available here in the Philippines, we have white, black, and gray. They call it the kidney grille. It still looks unmistakably BMW. You'd have these aggressive lines here that extends all the way to the hood. It's actually impressive how they managed to do this, still make it look modern. They have the I here for the i4, right? That's the I. At the top, we have the BMW logo. It's surrounded in blue accent. More vents here and on the side here. One parking sensor, another parking sensor here, as well as on the side. So there are 6 parking sensors at the front. We have your headlights here. Behind this sensor here at the side is actually a vent. We also have these rims that are 5 triangles and then pointing at the center. So these are 19-inch aerodynamic wheels, which are designed specifically for EVs to have more range. They are in 245 40 R19. Brand of the tires that I'm looking at right now is Hankook, and it says here Ventus S1 Evo 3. For the suspension, we have BMW standard suspension all around. We have disc brakes here and then disc brakes here as well. Yeah, these are vents. Are they? Yeah, they are. This is actually functional. I really like that. This is blue accent right there, and it's done in an elegant way. And then we have these. They don't have a camera here, but we do have repeaters on the side mirrors. They're all electronic, so that folds. These are the door handles. Yeah, you can touch that. If ever you have the key fob, then you touch this like strip type thing and it locks the car. One thing I want to know, there are lights here. There we go. So these are like your welcome lights and they fade out. We have like wing type design. Also, this thing lights up, this one, for the handles, so that you know where the handles are in the car. Here we have like brushed aluminum, which is cool because it's not chrome. I almost forgot, at the top you'll find 4 of these fixed points where you can attach your roof rack. For the rear, we have badges, eDrive35. Here it says i4. It's the BMW badge right here. It does have this blue outline. Rear camera right at the bottom within the logo. So that's impressive. You don't have something sticking out here. Under that, we do have lights for your plate. Here's your plate holder and then a grippy handle here that when you push, it opens the tailgate. No, just like on the first row, we do have 6 sensors they're found here. One on the side, here, and then here. So that's 3 on each side. That's a total of 12 sensors in the car. Then we have your reflector. I don't know what this is. It's like a diffuser with blue outline. And then at the top, third brake light right there. And then at the very top, it's your antenna. So let me turn this on. So right now it's on with auto. Now if I turn this off, there we go. Here's with DRLs, park light, low beam, and then here is high beam. Signal lights with high beam. Okay, so for the rear, here's off, park light, headlight, here's rear fog lamps, brake with signal light. And here is reverse, right there. As long as you have the car unlocked, you can push this and then you will see that there is an AC and DC port. For charging times, for 7 kilowatts, it's under 10 hours. For 11 kilowatts, it would take 7 hours. The BMW i4 has an impressive 180 kilowatts. That 180 kilowatt can charge from 10% to 70% in 31 minutes. What this charges is a lithium-ion battery with a capacity of 70.2 kilowatt hours. The i4 is rated from 406 kilometers to 483 kilometers with a consumption of 18.7 to 15.8 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. So I just want to show you the wall charger that comes with the purchase of the i4. This is BMW's wall box charger, and this has a length of 5 meters long. The setup is free. They will only charge you if you want to add more length to the charger. So that's 3,000 pesos per meter if you want to add more length to the wall charger. So this is what it looks like. It looks really good. It fits well with the looks of, let's say, any BMW right there. It looks good. So when you pop the hood, we do have a big cover here. It just covers a lot of electrical components inside. Access to your washer fluid right here. Some doors here to access some things. So this is a rear wheel drive powered by a single all-electric motor with 286 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. It can go from 0 to 100 in 5.8 seconds. So onto the trunk, we can open with this or on the button on the key fob, also with a kick function right here. There we go. Now we're looking at 440 liters of storage to work with here. And under this, we have a compartment of some sort. This is, I guess, where you will have your emergency kit, your charging stuff, and all that. Also on the sides, we have pockets. We can raise this net if you need that. And we also have a pocket here. We have lights here and lights here. We do have some rings here. We also have that here, something to hook things up. Now, if I'm going to fold the second row seats, the middle, this, and the other side right there. And then I can take the board out, or like the divider. And now we're looking at 1,290 liters of space to work with. Oh, and we do have 2 buttons here at the top, closing the hatch or closing the hatch and locking the car. Oh, by the way, the tailgate has a safety feature right here. It will stop when it senses that there is something obstructing its way. So moving over to the second row, this is new to me, frameless windows. They move down a little, and then when they close, they go up to shut the windows completely. Soft touch here, and then aluminum. Holy, it looks like it's cold. It's not like, so this is, it's not like plastic. And then we have some stitching here with nice leather right there. You can feel the texture. It's really quality. Solid plastic. We have bottle holders here and some pockets. One touch going down. It's not one touch going up. You have to hold. You can see here it's quite deep whenever you enter the car here at the second row. The material caught me. It's nice. It's really nice. It feels luxurious. You can feel the leather. It's something I've only experienced in really good sofas or even luxury bags. Even here, it's perforated as well. The other thing that I did notice is that tunnel. That's a bummer because if you're sitting at the middle, it's not going to be that comfortable compared to when you're sitting on the outer seats. Storage here behind the first row seats, seat belts. So we have 3 of them right there. And we have ISOFIX points right there. Here is your center armrest with What? Yeah, there we go. So because this is new, the teeth are still like stuck together. There we go. That's how it should work. There we go. So you have cup holders there. For the adjustments on the headrest, we have this button right here to make it like this. It's just that. And we have one level there. And then, oh, just one. Okay. And that goes the same here. Grab handles here with a hook. It's quite hard to see it because it's dark, but there is one light. So there are three buttons. One is here on the left side, and then there is another on the right side. But you can turn those off individually and turn both of them at the same time right there. Cool, huh? Climate controls and vents and two USB ports. Type C, by the way. The climate control here is independent as that from the first row. That's cool. If I open this, you will see lights underneath, and we have ambient lighting on each door. For the door cards, it's similar to the second row, but you do have your own speaker right here in addition to the speaker right there. So for the first row, we actually have adjustments, and they're electronic. For the backrest, the tilt of the backrest, height adjustment here. That's it. This is to move going forward and backward. We have this lever right here to pull. It's like thigh support. Okay, so in addition to the adjustment on the passenger side, we can tilt this, the seat right there. Sitting here on the first row, there's some difference. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I like sitting on the second row more. I don't know why. What you'll see here is this gorgeous piece of glass here. It's curved, which is impressive. And we do have two screens here. One is 12.3 inches and one is 14.9. Easy vents here. We also have one for the driver right here. You have these controls, and these control how much air is going out. And then this is moving the vent up. This is going left and right. Look at that. You just have to feel it yourselves, guys. It's really premium. And this is different from, it looks the same, but it's different from what I'm used to. This is hard. Is it real aluminum? I'm not sure. It feels like it though, right? When I push on this, you don't hear anything. There's no budge. There's no give. That's quality right there. And anyway, you do have this trim here that looks like it's a metallic, you know, like speakers of MacBook Pros or something. That's how it feels. Soft touch here, as you would expect. Soft touch here again. And I believe in some models, there should be like a heads-up display here because this is higher than that. At the top, but this is supposed to be light, right? And here is this mic? I believe so. And then, there we go, light. Okay, this is not as premium as what I saw earlier down here, but knowing it's a shade, it will do its job. So that also goes the same for the passenger. You will have light there when you open the vanity. So this is rain sensing and auto dimming rear view mirror right there. Dome lights here for the driver, here's for the passenger, and then bigger light there at the middle. We have an SOS button. When you press, then it shows you an SOS. So this is a 24/7 BMW's emergency support hotline. All right, this actually calls that. This is for roadside assistance or emergencies or what have you. This actually works here in the Philippines. Airbags here. Holy crap, that's soft. This is soft. This is not this one right here. So this is harder than this, but this is soft. So here are airbags on A-pillars. I can see that on the steering wheel. I should have an airbag here as well. For the glove compartment, it opens soft with light. Wow, this feels nice. It's a bit small though, but nevertheless, it feels nice right there. Lights here, as well as here on the driver's side. This is the hazard button right there. This is defogger for the front. Here's defogger for the back. Your seat buttons. And here is for volume. Here's a rocker right there to turn off or on the infotainment screen right there. So if I turn this on again, there we go. Okay, so first of all, this is a cover. It's nice. It's the same material that you find here. If I open this, it goes like so. Nice, no? We have light actually here. Is it wireless charging? Let me check. Awesome. Okay, so that's wireless charging. We have USB I guess this is for data. We have your 12-volt socket here. Can I push this? How do I take this out? There we go. So that's a cap. And you have two cup holders right there with teeth. This is premium. Holy crap, this is something else. Okay, moving over here. So this is stability control, and then DSC on, traction, and then DSC off. It shows you that option right there. And then we have your parking assist right there. So it's not your 3D camera. You don't have that here. Start stop button right there. We have your mode selector, sport, comfort, and then eco pro. And then we have your auto hold, electronic parking brake, park, and then here are your gear selectors. Let me start that. And then here is reverse, and then it shows you the rear camera. So here's neutral, and then here's drive. If I pull one more, this is brake mode. This is like one pedal driving. So we have media. Press on this, then we go to like media station. Press on this one more time. So that's what it's doing right there. Okay, so here's phone. So if you have your phone connected via Bluetooth, then here's how you get to your phone things like calling, contacts, home. We get to the home screen right here. So that's the home. And then here's map. And then we have nav. Whoa, what's different? It gets me to the search field right here. And I can use this dial right here to select the letters right there. Look at that. Or I can touch it. It's touch sensitive. Look at that. I can say 8 or S. S. Okay. And then O. Oh. The other thing that's cool about this, it's like a joystick. I can nudge this left or right, and then from here I can go down, and then it goes down here. If I go up, then it goes to this part. I can select as well by rotating this dial right here, and then if I want to go to this section, then I nudge it to the left, and then I can select here. I like this idea actually, and it doesn't feel cheap. Below that, we do have your back button right here. So whatever screen you are on the infotainment system, you just go back, or in this case it's delete, and then I go back until you get to home. And there we go. And then option right here. No, it's just one option. Oh, so this is contextual depending on where you are on the infotainment system. Center armrest, and it's firm but padded. I like this. I really do. It doesn't have any give as well. Look at that. I have a button here to release that, and it opens up like so. Light right here, as well as one Type-C port. For the control specific on the driver's side, it's almost exactly the same as that of the passenger side. The unlock and lock buttons, set 1 and then 2. So you have memory seats right there. Your joystick for your side mirror. This is for folding and unfolding the side mirror. 4 window switches, and here is the window lock. Your power tailgate button or power trunk button. And here is your latch for the hood right there. So here we do have specific controls for lighting. Most of the time auto is good, but if you want to turn that off, we have this button right here. That's all lights off. And then here is for your low beam, rear fog lamp, and then here is your park light right there. Here is just auto. Here is for the brightness of the instrument cluster and the infotainment screen. For the steering wheel, it does have tilt, and this is the reach. It's leather wrapped, and if you squish it a bit more, there is some sort of squishiness to it. I don't know what it is. It's a different feeling. It's really good. And anyway, on the left side, we do have your cruise controls. So this is how you do that. You have your limiter, your cruise control button, then this is how you set it, and then this is how you increase your target speed, resume and cancel cruise control. And then here we have your audio buttons. So this is your volume, and then this is for your station, and then you can press on the button right here, and that selects whatever item you're highlighting. This is your seek buttons, your call button, and then this is for your view mode for the instrument cluster right there. This is your mic button. So if I do that, it shows up like that. So open the windows.
A vehicle key must be present in the vehicle, and the start-stop button pressed to operate the windows.
Okay, because the car is off, so let me turn on the car. Open the windows.
Okay.
Okay, so it just opened my window. So that is for the steering wheel controls. Then here we have the stocks. So we have, it says here, BC. If I press on this, what happens? Okay. Value since charging, values since factory. So we have kilowatt hour, and then 11 kilometers. Values since individ. what's that? And then for this trip. And then here we have your high beam. If I pull this towards me, then it will have that high beam. If I do this, that steadies the high beam. Here we have your signal. Light tap will give you like 3, and then you can also hold it right there. All right. And then here we have your wiper controls right there with auto sensitivity. Whenever I press on this button right here, I see that, and I'm using my scroller right now, and this is what it does. So there. So this is for your trips, I guess. This is for your navigation, and I guess based from here, you will have some directions, right? And then here we have maps. Here we have G meter. Here is for your media and radio. So whatever song you're playing or station, that shows up here in the instrument cluster. So here we have sport, and here is comfort. Looks cool, no? And here we have Eco Pro. So you do have different themes right there. And it shows you on the infotainment system as well. So it's on right now. And if I open the door, look at that. It's like I turned off the car. It says your mobile device in wireless charging tray. We can see that this is your gauge for the speed. And then here we have your light situation right there. And then below that, we have your electronic parking brake indicator. We have your charge level. This is your time. And then this is your content area. And then here we have your seatbelt situation. So if I put the passenger side right now, right there, you can see that it's green. If I put mine right now, there we go. Now it's green. Here we have your gear. We have e-power. So this is in percentage. If I am decelerating, then it will go to here. It does have 2 arrows right there. I guess you can have more, like 3 arrows. Here is your temperature. Is it outside? I believe. Should. And here is your range left. For the infotainment system, we have an eDrive35, and it sits inside of this 14.9-inch screen here. And it's really gorgeous. It tells you what to do. So it says here, welcome to guest profile. And it just says, customize your BMW, log in with your BMW ID. It tells you what are the benefits of having a BMW ID, because there are a lot of things in here that requires a BMW ID. Now, what is a BMW ID? Well, for me, how I look at it is like Apple ID. In this case, you can have your BMW ID with this BMW and have another BMW have the same BMW ID. So when it comes to ambient lighting, there is like your preference. If it's green on one BMW, you log your BMW ID here, it will also be green. It's just one of those things that makes your life easier so that it's you don't have to tinker around with the settings here. Right? So if I tap here, first of all, we have home here. I'm going from home here because that's the most prominent button here. And on the left side, we have like widgets. Here we have personal assistant, and then we have like a view, talk to me, like so. And then we have NAPD. This is my USB. So I have a USB stick here. We'll get to that later. So we have widgets here. We have, what's this? My BMW, everything okay. So if I tap on that, okay, so there's like vehicle status. These are shortcuts for apps built into the infotainment system. So other than these widgets right here, we have your main screen right here. Now, these main screens have 4 screens in total. So here we have weather, obviously. And then we have navigation. So this is another app within the infotainment system. Okay, and then we have live vehicle right here. So that shows that right now we have one door open right there. And it just shows, you know, the car, it's vehicle status. There we go. And then we have media. So no USB connected, but you may have an audio source. There we go. So here's radio. So if you don't have a USB, then this is what you'll see. And then we have weather right there. Okay. And then other than that, we have this. So we have screen off, do not disturb. We have hide private information, notifications, BMW, and then system settings. Notifications. So notifications lists there. Suggestions, login with BMW ID. Settings, we have notifications. These are the types of notifications that you will see. Notifications at end of journey, preconditioning, and then suggestions, again, login with BMW ID. So BMW ID, that's it. Add BMW ID, nice to know. I guess this is what is BMW ID. And then here we have system settings. So at the very top, we have date and time. we have automatic time setting. And then if you do that, then it will load automatic time setting. If you don't have that on, then you can set your time zone, time format, date format, so on. Language, UK, English, then we have a lot of languages to choose from here. It's actually impressive. Then we have voice control. Okay, so BMW has its own voice command key here, or voice button. So personal assistant, BMW, and then Siri. So if this is disabled, then you only have BMW assistant. But if you have this on, then that means if you long press here, you'll activate Siri or you'll activate Google Assistant, whichever is your preference. So that's cool. So if I long press, it goes to Siri. So that's cool. And more information tells you short press. There we go. Time period for journey data. I guess this is the same as the BC button right here. So if I press this, so values for trip and then values since charged. I'm not pressing anything here. If I just press the BC button right here at the stock, that's like the same thing. And then units. For energy consumption, we have kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers.
Please try again.
I know. Kilowatt hour per 100 miles, kilometers per kilowatt hour, then miles per kilowatt hour, watt hour per kilometer, or watt hour per miles. Distance, we have kilometers and miles. Power, we have kilowatt and then horsepower. Torque, we have Newton meters and pound feet. For pressure, we have bar, kPa or PSI. For temperature, Celsius and Fahrenheit. For sounds, we have treble, bass, balance, fader. So if I put on fader right here, then all of these, like the balance and fader, you set them as well. Volume settings, we have volume reduction. So volume reduction is like the reduction of media during speech output relative to active audio source. So park distance control. So that's what you hear when you're parking. When the parking assist button is active, the gong thing. Okay, so these are for messages. So that's what you'll hear whenever there is like a message in the system. Then we have reset settings. I don't want to do that. Audio confirmation, we have touchscreen, touchpad, and welcome. Touchpad, we have character input, map, and confirmation. I guess these are things that touchpad is going to be used for. So pop-ups are like, actually, I don't know, but I'm thinking they're in combination with notifications. So driving experience control, charging target, one-off departure time, climate control extended, probably something will pop up here somewhere. It should. Notifications. Oh, we did this earlier. So that's the same notifications from the home screen earlier. So this is the same settings right there. Getting started. Here we have add your BMW ID. We have mobile devices. I guess this is a list of mobile devices that has been connecting to this car. We also can connect a new device. Data privacy. You have these options right here. Yeah, I'll just put all services, including analysis here. Information, continue with basic functions. Personal assistant, log in with BMW ID. And that's it. Complete getting started. Okay, so that is getting started. Here is remote software upgrade. So I guess this is more of like the over-the-air update for the car. Under vehicle settings, we have valet parking mode. Function only with BMW ID. Data and devices. Do not disturb, hide private information, wireless charging tray. Mobile phone reminder. Data privacy. So that's the same thing as earlier. All services, including analysis. Reset vehicle data. No, I don't want to do that. Update apps and services. I guess you can update the apps and services without updating the whole thing. I guess that's the same as remote software update, right? In any way. So that's system settings right there. We have this media button. So that's the same app that you will go to if you press the media button physically here on the center console. So I add source, and then here we have Apple CarPlay. So I can have that on my phone wirelessly. Again, that's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, that's wireless. I can also have a USB stick here. So I'm going to insert that here. It should appear, right? There we go. So that's my USB stick here. So if I tap on that, then we have this volume. So yeah, this sounds actually good. Can I scrub? No, I can't. If I hold, there we go. So if I hold the seek button, then it fast forwards the track. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute this. So yeah, that's how you play from an external source. Here we have maps. I can search whatever location I want. So we have categories as well. Here are more categories right there. Okay. And if I press on vehicle charging stations, it actually looks for one. Nearest me is 1.6 kilometers from here. If I tap on that, start route, there we go. Recommended route, and then it's going to start. This is cool because it's not even using Apple CarPlay or Google Maps. It's, it's BMW's own maps. So you do have turn-by-turn instructions here, I believe. It should. So that's maps. We also have Nav or Apple CarPlay. So that's cool. You can tap on this to set Apple CarPlay, and then you have this, your default app in CarPlay. So destination input, that's search. So recent destinations, then you log in with your BMW ID again. My destinations, probably your favorites. Here we have spoken instructions. I guess this is turn by turn. Suggestions. Okay, so we have suggestions right there. And then we have content and zoom, adaptive. So we have three options: adaptive, reduced, or expanded. Is there another option? No. So expanded manual zoom. So you can do that. Reduced manual zoom. So I don't know what's the difference here. We have settings, route criteria, motorways use or avoid, toll use or avoid, and then ferries use or avoid. Then we have route guidance, 3D junction view in instrument cluster. Oh, okay. So this is cool because this is how the cluster looks like, instrument cluster. Now, if I change this to, let's pretend that we're actually going there. There we go. Now you can see on the instrument cluster that I do have the maps there. Nice. Can I do another view? If I choose this, then no, I don't see anything. It's like a compass of some sort. In any way, so that's 3D junction view in cluster. Turn-by-turn directions will appear in front of other content. Length of spoken instructions, automatic, detailed, reduced, or gong. So those are your kind of like notifications in some way. Volume settings.
Navigation is not active.
Okay, so that's your...
Navigation is not active.
That is your...
Active.
Okay, it's okay. So that is the sound or level of sound that you will hear for navigation. Volume reduction, you have low, medium, and high. Additional information, of course, we always want additional information. So that's settings for the map. And then here we have AC. All climate functions are off. If I turn this on, there we go. So this is the on and off button for that. Then we have the fan speed for both. And then we have recirculating mode or air quality. So we have fresh air, that's air coming inside of the car. And then automatic air recirculation. So this is what we want here in the Philippines. AC. So this is like AC, your AC. Then we have auto. So auto is, when it's on auto, then it will follow these temperatures. And then we have your defogger at the front. So now we have vents going here, and then vents going here, and then at the front. And then I can select or deselect vents right here. Then we have max AC. It will just be as cold as it can. Holy crap, that's, oh no, off. Okay, and then we have sync. Now sync is, well, because this is dual climate, before I press sync, by the way, the passenger side can decrease or increase the temperature on his side or her side, and I can do the same without affecting the passenger side. If I press sync, it will follow whatever settings I have on my side, like so. Before we go to apps, we have the phone right here, and it's following Apple CarPlay. But if I don't have Apple CarPlay, I believe this will take you to the phone app here on BMW's default infotainment system. Here we have a shortcut to CarPlay if CarPlay is connected. Going to apps here, we have three categories. We have all apps, infotainment, and then vehicle. So they're just sorting the apps in some way. And then here we have all apps. Let's go here. BMW, we got through this earlier. We have to add your BMW ID right there. Next is personal assistant. So personal assistant, may I introduce myself? So start introduction.
Hello, I am your personal assistant.
There we go. And then example commands. So this is how you would ask. So these are all the commands that you can study so that you don't have to do it yourself. Assistant will do it for you. So there are tips, owner's handbook, BMW assistance. And then we have suggestions right here inside. Again, log in with BMW. Habits, log in with BMW. Settings. So this is, this is the visuals that you will see if it's harmonious or expressive. And then response length, we have standard or short. We have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Again, they're both wireless. That's good. Automate habits. Oh, this is automate earlier, right? The habits. Again, log in with BMW assistance. So this is roadside assistance and customer support. It will call the same thing when you press the SOS button. I don't want to do that or try that anyway. BMW messages. So I guess this is your messages. If a phone is connected, probably text messages will come in here, or BMW's message to the car to inform that probably there's an update, you need to update, and so on and so forth. I don't know. Charging. Okay, so charging, we have charge mode. We have immediately or time slot. I guess time slot is useful for those that needs a schedule. Departure plan. Is it one-off, weekly? So we do have weekly departure time, and we can select the days. Like if you have a particular pattern for charging. So we have start time. We can use this picker right here to select the time, and then the stop time as well. Departure plan, we have that already. We set that there. And then AC limit. Right now, its current limit is 32 amps. Okay, charging target. There's an icon of a battery with a heart in it. So I guess when you put that at 80%, that's healthy for the battery. Okay, unlock charging cable. So it says here, unlock AC charging when charging ends. Unlock charging socket flap permanently. So you have those options right there. Preconditioned battery, receive suggestions. So it says here, allows faster charging at lower temperatures. This may reduce the range and increase energy consumption. Fan loudness, we have automatic, unrestricted, and restricted. Location-based charging settings. What I understand from this is different chargers have different speeds. You might want to have settings based on that location so that you don't have to do it again. So that's charging. Now we have climate control. Okay, so we got to that earlier. And then digital key. So there is like an NFC card that you can use, or your phone with the BMW app. What's cool about this is you can use your phone to unlock the door, and you can use your phone to start the car. Cool, huh? That means that you can use the car without having this, just to use the phone. Displays, we have instrument cluster. Okay, so for the instrument cluster, configure content, route preview, G meter, or media radio. So if I remove G meter from here, that means that I will not have G meter. True enough, I don't have that. If I remove media radio, then that's gone from the list right here. Okay, just leave that on unless you don't want to use those. Turn-by-turn directions will appear in front of other content, so that's here. Converted speed. You have 0 kilometers per hour and miles per hour. Time period for journey. Again, this is the BC button right here. That's the instrument cluster control display. This is what they call the infotainment system right here. I know that because when I turn off control display, it's off. It turned off. So I tap on the screen, then there we go. Brightness at night. So this is the brightness. System settings. Then we go to system settings right here. So this is the same system settings that we have earlier. Doors and windows, we have lock and unlock. These are what the car will do, unlock and unlock. So it folds the mirrors, flash on, lock and lock, unlock the doors at end of journey, unlock doors when on park, and then lock after a short time. So we have that. Comfort access, unlock when approaching. So this is cool. Whenever you have the key fob, you just approach the car and it will unlock. If you walk away, then it will lock. Owner's handbook, a lot of things to read here. Digital key. Again, we got this earlier from the main app. Vehicle key, of course, login with BMW. Tailgate. Now we have options to raise or lower the height. So you have 5 levels. And then open with foot movement. So that's a kick function, and close with the kick function. Button assignment. Again, login with BMW. Automated window. Again, login with BMW ID. Driving settings. Driver assistance. Safety and warning. We have reset to recommended settings. Attentive assistant, so that is sensitive, standard, or off. Displays a warning if the driver shows signs of inattentiveness and shows a choice of places to stop to take a break in case of fatigue. There is a notch on the instrument cluster right there. It's quite visible. There is that sharp notch. I think that's where maybe there's a camera there, and if you're showing signs of inattentiveness, then it will show a place to stop to take a break because it knows that you're in fatigue. Because I don't see anything else here with a camera. How will it know that I'm inattentive? Speed warning. Yeah, we have speed warning, and then you can set it above a certain speed. adopt current speed. So those are the options. Parking and maneuvering. Starting from the top, we have sound if park space detected. And then park distance control, automatic park distance control activation. This is cool because whenever there is a car close to you, it will sense that and it will auto launch the PDC. The PDC is this screen right here. Yeah, that's it. You'll see that automatically. And then after that, it will go back to the screen that you were previously on. This is how you set the volume for that. I think we set that already. Active PDC, emergency braking at the rear, and then emergency braking on sides. Camera picture, we have parking lane guides. So this is how it looks like, and then obstacle marking, so that's how it looks like as well. So when I'm reversing, you can set to have no parking lines, and then you have your obstacle stuff right there. Now we have drivetrain and chassis. Energy recovery in D, high, moderate, and low. There are 3 arrows. That's your like regenerative mode. If it's high, low, or moderate. So low is 1 arrow, moderate 2, and then 3 high. Iconic sounds. What is this? Sound is adjusted depending on the selective driving mode. Sport individual, you can change the steering to comfort or still sport, drivetrain to comfort or sport. And then you have reset sport standard. And then here we have eco pro individuals. Here's climate control on and off, eco pro sight on and off. Steering is comfort or sport. Those are like the settings of these driving modes right there. And then here we have charging. Oh, we got to this earlier. Exterior lighting. Here is DRLs right now. So if I turn that off, you can see that nothing is on. If I press this, it will say side lights on. So that's park light. And then if I press off, it just says lights off. But I do still have lights because that's a DRL on the setting right here. So that's DRL. We have one touch indicator. You can say once or 3 times. So 3 times is better. So if I flick it, so that's 3 times until you hold it. So that does that until you straighten your steering wheel. Right, left hand traffic. Then we have welcome, goodbye. Then we have door handle lights. Then we have light carpet, the one that looks like a wing on the side of the car. Then we have home lights. It lasts for 20 seconds. We have interior lighting. Then we have ambient lighting. Gives you a preview of that as well. So we have colors, and I believe we have 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors to choose from. Let's just leave it at blue. And then here's the brightness setting, reduced for night driving. I've experienced this on my car personally, where I'm looking at the road and some reflections are coming from the interior. So that's not good. And then we have dynamic lighting. It says here, selected comfort and warning functions are accompanied by lighting effects. So that's that. Interior lighting, and we have live vehicle. So this is like the vehicle status earlier. Then we have content. Going to adaptive, we have anticipation, acceleration. I believe this is real time. Vehicle status, then we have tire pressure monitor, just says okay. Check control, says here door open, and you will see that door open. Then we have service requirements, brake fluid, all that. The vehicle apps, messages. So messages, I don't have anything here. Okay, so mobile devices, here are the list of devices. I can connect a new device right here. And then here are settings. This is the BMW's Bluetooth name right there. And then we have telephone. Okay, so we can check that. Switch to BMW iDrive. Okay, there we go. So now if I go to messages, there we go. Here's recent calls, here's contacts, and then reload contacts. And then here we have like a dial number. Here's your numerical keypad. And then here we have your messages right there. That is messages. And then here we have, oh, that's weird. There's a new icon because messages was here and then mobile devices was there. What changed? Christian's iPhone. There we go. That's my phone. If I tap on this, so this is my, music. So that's the icon that was added. Mobile devices, we saw that earlier. This is the USB. So if I remove my USB stick, that's gone. Navigation, this is the same app as that of this one earlier. Owner's handbook, this is something that every BMW owner should read. Radio, that's the radio. And then we have system settings. I think we already did this earlier. We have telephone. Again, it goes back to the messages app with recent calls and so on. So NAPD, again, that is my USB stick. This app was there before navigation, I believe. For some reason, it's now here. Vehicle status, yeah, we saw that earlier. Weather app, that's the same app that we saw at home with this, right? That's the weather app. Wi-Fi connection, so So this is Wi-Fi connections with my phone connected. Connect another device right there. So that's all the apps. Did I miss anything else? Okay, so there is notifications at the top. So it says there's door open, and then we have settings right there. We have this. So that's shortcut to the current media playing. And then here we have mobile devices, your connection, and then we have mute. Then here is your ID, BMW ID. Here is time, where you can set time format, date format. Wow, that's a lot of settings. There's a lot more apps than you think, because they're just like mini apps, and there are shortcuts within those apps to another app. I hope that makes sense. What I do like about it is Apple CarPlay is wireless. That's what I really like about this. Screen is vibrant, the hit targets are big, and the texts aren't that small. It really looks good. It's a really good default system. That's all I can say.
We're inside the BMW i4 eDrive35. We have Sir Rico and Miss Kim. I wanted Sir Rico to drive because he has more experience on EVs than I do. We will hear something from Sir Rico, what he thinks about the iDrive. And also later, I'll drive it myself. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Whoa! Sorry.
Actually, what's giving you all that is the sound. You know, it's the sound that's generating that emotion that you're getting. But if that sound wasn't there, it wouldn't be that. It's like a cinematic driving experience. You know, that coupled with that sound, it's pretty nice actually. As I said, you know, you get what you paid for. So in a legacy brand like BMW, you expect the standard to be this high, the finish this high, the ride, comfort features will be there. I mean, everything you need to do is there. Nothing more, nothing less. I think pretty much everything is in its right place. The learning curve will be on the UI of the infotainment, but everything else pretty much straightforward.
This is nice. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Ooh! Walang grab handle.
That's only 280. All that torque is available to you. That's the reason why you feel that way, as compared to a regular car or internal combustion car. The torque doesn't come as immediate as an electric car. That's all. But 280 is actually not a big deal. It's the torque.
Although the seats are, you know, they're really, even if the car was pulling me back, it's not, doesn't hurt or
Similar
anything.
to you saying that it's not the size of the sea, but more the motion of the ocean.
That's 65 ang bilis.
Get used to it. Because later on, when you review your video after a couple of years, you'll sound ridiculous.
When you're in this car, everything feels premium. It's like everything's upgraded to what you were used to. You have some sort of expectation already of how things will work, and yet when you drive something like this, it surprises you because there's something better. And then when you go back to what you were used to, it's like, no wonder it's a BMW, you know? The steering, okay, so it's responsive, but it's heavy. I don't know if that's just because I'm on sport. Hold on, never mind. Because I was on sport, the steering was a bit stiffer. Now I'm on eco. This is what I'm used to. Oh, I like this. I really do. Okay, so I hear road noise as well on other cars. But this one, it looks like road noise that you paid for. What you're experiencing in terms of hearing it, it's pleasant because you know that a lot of soft touch materials here are absorbing the other sounds inside the cabin. So it's not really echoing all over. That's it's premium. We do have one pedal driving here. So if I put that on B,
right there. Okay, so the moment I let go of the accelerator, it's like there's an invisible foot on the brake pedal, and it does that until it goes to a full stop. So that's the behavior of this, like one pedal version of it. So whenever I reverse, there is reverse assistant. So here, look at this. If I do this in this road, and let's go here. Okay. And then I reverse and hit this. Look at that. And I let go of the brake. It's doing the exact same thing that I did earlier. Okay, so this is helpful. And it tells me, so I'm at stop, 1 meter, and it says there end of route. Okay, so I'm about to hit that. So I just intervened a bit. It helps you, especially when you're in like a one-way alley and it's quite tight. You can use this to reverse without you doing that. The car will do it for you. So that's cool. Thanks to Paul Espino of Test Drive PH for taking some of the shots that was used in this video. There's no other way to put it. The BMW i4 eDrive35 is such a wonderful ride. Despite it being the base model for the i4, there's nothing basic about it. It's packed with features. The looks are definitely a killer. The ride is so comfortable you'd want to take it on long road trips. And you can. With 483 kilometers, range anxiety isn't a thing. The BMW i4 is so powerful and so luxurious, you'll definitely want it for your next ride. With a name like BMW, you can expect nothing less. Even with a pretty price of 4,490,000 pesos, it's worth every penny. Special thanks to all our friends at BMW Autoallee for letting us review this car up close. Miss Dimples, Sir John, and the stellar Miss Kim Bernardo for being so detailed and assisting us the whole way. I'll put her details below where you can get in touch with her for test drives or inquiries. A shout out as well to the Philippine EV Community and Sir Rico Severino, without whom this review would not be possible. If you own an EV, are in the market for one, or would like to get more information before joining the evolution, follow the community on Facebook. I'll put the details in the description below. Again, thank you so much. Hanggang sa ulitin, kita kits.